So this is Doug at Crush, and I want to do a little talking about services that we provide, pre-construction in particular, 3D presentation animation services. So this is a technology that has been really overlooked. It was quite complicated in the old days, and with BIM becoming more and more popular and 3D detailing, it's actually become quite a big deal in the construction community. There's a lot of different technologies behind what we use, but we're going to touch on a few of them today and talk about how we produce some of the things that we do. So this is a floor plan for a basement for a three-story structure. And we have first floor, second floor, and the third floor is exactly the same, so we just copy that up 10 feet. And there's 10 feet between these, and we're establishing our elevations for all the floors before we even get started. So it just makes it easier and cleaner than trying to do them one at a time. So let's get started. So what we start with is the exterior of the building, and you can see those are basically snap tie walls poured in place, and that's pretty much how we would do that. This is not a tilt up scenario per se normally. Not to say you couldn't do this project that way, but this is a lot more what we would have expected to see. And since we don't know the project, we were just given the drawing. We're just kind of being ambiguous about all the things that went into actually building it. So we also have the interiors done, and see, normally this would be concrete, that would be concrete, so we would connect that, and then the trash chutes right here would also probably be concrete. And so since they go up to all the floors, this elevator is a service elevator, so it goes to the second floor. But we put this on top of it, and we got into our hardscape a little bit, and I'll show you what that looks like right there. And so this is a 3D representation of what you see above. So pretty easy to do. Let's turn on the next floor, and there's an ice cream parlor in here. And what we did was we took quite a bit of time. It didn't take that much time really, but we paid a little attention to detail here and put in an ice cream counter. Somebody spilled their ice cream right there. And you can put pictures on a wall, you can put logos up. These are just some logos that we downloaded from the internet. And we got booths with Formica granite looking tables, kind of cute. But you can get pretty realistic with all of this. There's a window here. Let's see, we'll turn the doors on, and you'll see the front door over here. Doors, where's the door? I only have one door, or 2 or 3 doors in this whole thing. So let's see, detail, roof, equipment, fixtures, floors. So we got floors, we put a floor in. It's based off of a 12-inch slab, which isn't realistic at all, but putting in a pan deck and everything is possible, but it's very time consuming, and it was more than the scope of what we were doing here. So the ceiling's at 10 feet. We actually have a girder and truss system installed on this particular model. There you go. And it shows pretty much the grid outline of everything. So those are all the columns. There's girts underneath. I can actually put in bridge joists, or bar joists, or whatever needs to happen underneath, purlins, whatever. Get very detailed, but it makes a huge model. So try not to do that if we don't have to. But you can see, let's see, you can see with the windows in. That's location of all the windows. I didn't do them by floor, but you can see the ice cream parlor. It's actually pretty awesome how that works. But the next floor, there's a first floor, second floor. This is the third floor right here, and then we can actually remove the floors again and then put in the floor plan. You can see, how the apartments are laid out and the walls that are involved and how we just basically traced them on the ground. Furniture is actually pretty easy if you want to include it. We haven't got that far in this project, so basically you just do that, make a little square, bring it up, say, I don't know, 30 inches, and we do very basic stuff. This is about as much complicated as we get, and then we just go down 12 inches and boom. So then you have a chair. So this has all the connector walls and everything. And the odd thing is that the floor plans don't match from the first floor to the second floor. Kind of strange for that main hallway, which is why we assumed there was a structure in there. But this kind of gives you an idea of how the building was actually built or laid out. So, and then we go to the third floor, and we have the structure on. Oh, turn it on. There it goes. And kind of gives you an idea of everything. So let's get rid of that. There's the third floor floor plan. Bedrooms, there's 4 units in each one. We haven't done the stairs. We're asked to do it, so we may add them in just for grins and giggles with a model from SketchUp website. And then I guess we can go all on and then turn off the templates. And you can see it's actually a pretty good model. So anyway, we do this for a presentation, or if they want to show off, somebody wants to show off like this door set, and I'll show you exactly how that works. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so if you look at the section view, you can go to the windows, and you can see the mullions are actually relatively detailed for what they are. Let's see, let's go over here to this door, and you can see the door jambs. You can see the outline of the frame. There's a mullion right there, and you can see it's actually not bad at all. Now this door, you still got to pick it up to match the floor and do some other stuff to this model to make it perfect. Let's see, but you can actually get into, like, there's a girt system in the roof, and let's see, we want to go to here and hide all. So I mean, we actually put a truss system in this, so there's a lot you can do. We just went 4 feet or 4 inches thick, I think, on the roof system's 4 inches thick here. Pop the eaves out, and yeah, it came out pretty good. So anyway, so that's part of what we do, and SketchUp is a big part of our modeling experience. There's also some other technologies that we use, and this is a model that I created. This particular one was drawn in CAD and then imported into SketchUp, and it's hosted online, so it's unlisted, so you can't look it up. I mean, you have a really hard time guessing it, I would imagine. But you can really interact with the model as far as looking at it. You can't modify it at all. So this is a good way to show somebody, what you're planning to do with their site or with their ideas or that kind of thing. It's a good way to communicate. And this is part of a huge model that's too big to actually host here because it would probably kill the server. But there's a basic idea of that. And then there's, YouTube. There's some other things that we do with YouTube. This is let's do this. Let's just play part of that. This is a crane study that we did for a presentation for the Army Corps of Engineers on a project that I did a while back. And you can see how the animation shows the panel sequences, where they're laid out, and then where we're going to put them in. There's a lot more information in this model that we couldn't fit, and like for instance, animating the crane to pick up each and every panel would have taken forever, so it wasn't a part of what we wanted to do. So now the interior line is the safety line for the guy in the cab, and the exterior line is as far as that crane can reach for the heaviest panel on this project, which happens to be this last one that sits across here. So we built a ramp in, got the crane in there, poured the slab back by the time we had all the panels up all the way around. So that's another technology that we use. We can get very intricate with the animations, but they are very, very time intensive. So most people don't want to do that too much. So, and then there's a couple other technologies that we use. This is animation that we did in SketchUp, and if I can find it, there it is. There it is. So you can actually see, this is where that taupe filler is, but you can actually see the entire yard, every piece in it. Parts of it are very detailed. The tanks are not, because they didn't need to be. But the tankers are pretty good. The train's really nice, and we have quite a bit of time and effort into this particular project, but it's huge. So this is, 7 or 8 acres probably, and see, there's our taupe filler right there. So that's the model that we actually have on hosted on that site. So anyway, just a little video, kind of an overview of a lot of the stuff that we do, and look forward to hearing from you at some point if there's anything we can do to help you out.